So these y'all largest
okay.
producers.
Yeah.
These are what y'all mainly exporting. Okay, I feel this is what's probably y'all mainly exporting.
Yeah, we did learn about the tractors. Okay, milk.
Turmeric, ginger, sugar, milk. Basically spices.
Okay.
But milk?
Maybe to nearby countries?
Y'all shipping the cold cow or just the milk? What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. Super excited about this video, guys. If you're new to us
And we new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 100K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
What is the first image comes to your mind when you hear the name of India? Like this or this, right? Because your media mostly present such similar images of India in front of you. Okay, let me show you something different than your media. If I say this is India, will you believe me? Maybe not, because most probably you have never seen India in this way. But actually, this is real India which has been hidden from you. The slums, busy and chaotic cities you see on TV or mobile is only a smallest part of India. India is actually pretty normal. And this is the one thing that a lot of people don't understand about India. Okay, let me show you some major cities of India. This is Mumbai. This is Delhi. This is Kolkata. This is Gurgaon. This is Noida. This is Hyderabad. This is Pune. This is Bangalore. This is Chennai. This is Surat. This is Thane. And there are many such modern cities in India. Okay, let's come to the rural part of India, and I'm pretty sure that according to you, the Indian villages are look something like this or this, right? But actually, this is not even 5% part of Indian villages. More than 95% of Indian villages are look something like this. Due to the large population of India, the Indian villages are also so big. Look at this. This is not a city or town, but it's a village called Madhapur, located in the Indian state of Gujarat. After a lot of struggle in 1947, when India got independence from the British Empire, India's economy was only $25 billion. Even in 1991, India's economy was less than the economy of Paris and London. And now India has more economy than the France and the UK. In 2014, India's economy was ranked 10th in the world, but now in 2022, India has become the 5th largest economy in the world with a huge GDP of $3.5 trillion. In just last 8 years, India has overtaken 5 major economies like Canada, Russia, Italy, Brazil, France and the UK, and this is really impressive. India is the fastest growing major economy in the world, and according to IMF, India is set to surpass Germany and Japan to become the world's third largest economy by 2027. India is already the third largest economy in the world in terms of PPP GDP with a huge GDP of $11.7 trillion. And by 2030, India's nominal GDP is expected to be $8.5 trillion, but India's potential is much more than this. After the USA, Russia and China.
So India has some big ambitions, okay?
I mean, for real.
But I want to hear from the average everyday people. We do know that there is some wealth inequalities there as well in some certain parts, or is it the whole country? So let us know your day-to-day life experience.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comment section.
The Indian military is the fourth most powerful military in the world, and with a budget of $76.6 billion, India has third largest defense budget in the world. Over 1.45 million active personnels, over 1.15 million reserve personnel, and over 2.52 million paramilitary. The Indian military is the largest military in the world with a total 5.13 million military personnel. India is also a nuclear-armed country. The country is holding some of the most powerful nuclear weapons in the world, such as intercontinental ballistic missiles, Agni 5, Agni 6, K5 and K6, which has a massive range of 5,000 km to 12,000 km. Even some experts say that India hidden a dangerous weapon called Agni 7 or shourya, which has a massive range of 12,000 km to 16,000 km. There are only 4 countries in the world that have anti-satellite weapons, and India is one of them. India has capability to destroy the communication system of any country in the world by destroying their satellite in this space. The Indian Space Research Organization (ISRO) is among the world's top 5 most successful space agencies.
So India said, if we want to turn off your lights, we're going to satellites first.
All right.
But said we're going to cut off all line of communication.
I have no comment to that.
ISRO has successfully launched over 386 foreign satellites for 36 different countries, including satellites of USA, Germany, France, and the UK, and successfully launched over 134 Indian origin satellites. There are many misconceptions about India have been born in the world, especially in the West, and that's why many people make the mistake of underestimating India. For example, in 2013 when India announced that India will also send its satellite and rover to Mars, the New York Times made fun of India like this. But after in just 1 year in 2014, India became the first country in the world to reach Mars in the first attempt. And just few years later, in 2017, India created an incredible world record by launching 104 satellites from a single rocket, and then India made fun of New York Times like this. This is called sweet revenge. India is among the world's 4 countries that have successfully reached Mars and Moon both. Others are USA, Russia and China. And among the 5 countries that have their own GPS navigation system, others are USA, Russia, China and Japan. After USA and China, India has third highest number of billionaires in the world. As of 2022, India has total 237 billionaires. The Indian stock market is the fastest growing major stock market in the world. Even 2 out of the world's 10 largest stock exchanges are Indian. And India is said to be world's the largest stock market by 2030 with a total expected market cap of over $11 trillion. The world's fastest growing startup ecosystem. In 2014, India had only 400 startups, and as of 2022, India has over 77,000 startups, which makes India globally the third largest startup ecosystem in the world after USA and China. As well as India has third highest number of unicorns in the world. The country is home to the 108 unicorns with a total valuation of $341 billion.
What do you mean by unicorns?
India is already among the top 5 most industrialized countries with a total output of $900 billion, and it is said to be third most industrialized country by 2030 with an expected industrial output of more than $3 trillion. Currently, India is the 8th largest exporter in the world. Total export of India was $675 billion in 2021. And the country is on the way to become the third largest exporter in the world by the expected export of more than $2 trillion. India.
So what is y'all largest export?
What is your largest exports? That's a great question. I would love to know that.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't recall. Oh, wait. The tea brand.
Yeah.
The coffee brand.
Yeah.
That's all that I really remember.
Is it the seasonings? No. No, not bags of seasoning.
Maybe curry?
Curry is a what is the largest export?
Yeah, y'all let us know.
What could it
Let us
possibly
know.
be? We need to
Enlighten us.
Yeah, please.
India is emerging as factory of the world due to its large skilled workforce. Even in 2021, India overtaken USA and became the second most attractive manufacturing destination globally, second only to China. Production. India is the largest producer of tractor, two-wheeler, spice, dairy products, milk, ginger, turmeric, and sugar.
So these are largest
okay.
producers.
yeah.
These are what y'all mainly exporting. Okay, I feel this was probably y'all mainly exporting.
Yeah, we did learn about the tractors. Okay, milk?
Turmeric, ginger, sugar, milk, basically spices.
Okay. All right.
But milk?
Maybe to nearby countries?
Y'all shipping the cold cow or just the milk?
I don't know. Milk spoils.
I know, right? Dairy products.
Okay.
Okay, interesting.
Second largest producer of smartphone, steel, cement, vegetable, fruit, rice, wheat, and cotton.
Rice.
Third largest producer of electricity, renewable energy, gems, and jewelry. Fourth largest producer of cars and trucks. The Indian textile industry is the second largest textile industry in the world with a total valuation of over $225 billion. The country is well known as hub of information technology. The annual revenue of
So Indians are smart, especially when it comes to the exports, because they know that's where money at.
Yeah, with their resources.
Everybody gonna want a little piece of what they got. But I see that they're like on a high scale of on a working when it comes to creating these different things. You know what I'm saying? Like they're on top of it, like trucking.
Yeah.
That's big. Trucking is something everyone needs to keep the. You know, if it's not in planes, it's gonna be on a truck.
Right.
And yeah, that's smart.
Agriculture,
That's
tools,
smart.
and equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Indian IT industry is more than $200 billion and it is said to be $350 to $400 billion by 2025 and more than $1 trillion by 2030. Also known as the pharmacy of the world, the country's massive pharmaceutical industry is the source of more than 50% of global demand for various vaccines. India is the largest provider of generic drugs globally. Over 40% generic drugs in the USA and over 25% of all medicine in the UK are supplied by India. It is difficult to imagine how world would be able to combat AIDS without India because globally over 80% of antiretroviral drugs which is using to combat AIDS are supplied by India. Known as the potential superpower, India is the second most populous country in the world and its potential is unlimited. The country has largest young force in the world, more than 50% of its population below the age of 25 and more than 65% of its population below the age of 35. And this young power is helping India to become an economic superpower like USA, China and European Union. But still, if you think that India is a poor country, then let me tell you that Indian household own the largest amount of gold, 25,000 tons to 30,000 tons, which is worth over $1.5 trillion to $2 trillion, and it is more than the economy of Australia, South Korea, and Italy. Even Indian temple.
Is that just the super rich families that has all that gold?
Yeah, like.
Or the average Indian?
Cause is that like a hobby? To collect gold like that and use it as a luxury, as a style, and you know,
I
got jewelry off
collected
the
already.
chain, boy.
I collected and then give it up for the cash.
I mean, it's cash itself. You can make a lot, man. Get some gold.
I need the cash or the money.
Hey,
Alone have 4,000 to 5,000 tons of gold, which is worth more than $300 billion and is more than the economy of New Zealand and Finland.
Their buildings, the architects in the buildings are mainly
Yeah.
gold. I
Yes.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't getting
Real
that off the wall
gold.
to put it in your head. You can get you a shizzle.
Indians are just love golds and jewelry, and that's why India is the biggest consumer of gold, silver, jewelry, and gems. Many people in the world, mostly in the West, use HDI and per capita to criticize India, but they forget that India is the fastest growing major economy in the world. Currently, India's HDI is considered in the medium category, which is expected to move to the high human development category by 2025.
Oh, simple gold.
Even today, 14 Indian states are comes in the high human development category and 13 Indian states are very close to achieve this. And many Indian states have more GDP per capita than the per capita of many European countries. Well, India is 7 to 10 times cheaper than the Europe and America. India is just like China. As China developed itself in the past, today India is developing in the same way. According to recent UN study, the country has lifted more than 415 million people out of poverty since 2005, and according to World Bank, poverty in India has reduced by 12.3% between 2011 to 2019 from 22.5% in 2011 to only 10% in 2019.
Wow.
And according to recent study of IMF, India has almost wiped out extreme poverty. The percentage of people living in the extreme poverty in India is only 0.8% now.
8%.
The country is home to the rich culture and spirituality. No country in the world as diverse as India. There are 28 states and 8 union territories in India, and they all have their own culture, music, languages, dresses, and food. And no country in the world is more colorful than India. Even India has entire colorful cities like Jaipur, the city of pink, Udaipur, the city of white, Jodhpur, the city of blue, Jaisalmer, the city of gold,
Oh,
and
wow.
Kanyakumari, the city of seven colors.
See, I didn't even know that they had themes to their homes and buildings. I didn't
Yeah.
even know that. Per city. Okay.
Per city. Look at this. This is like India. It's huge.
It's
crazy.
the
bro.
greenery. I love it.
Crazy.
India is whole world itself. India has snow like Greenland, beauty like Switzerland, desert like Arab, wildlife like Africa, beautiful cities like Europe, forest like Brazil, and mountains like Japan. Even India has a white desert also. 100,000 of beautiful temples, historical monuments, incredible architecture sites, extremely beautiful hill stations like Manali, Nainital, Simla, and Spiti Valley. India is just incredible. India is transforming itself as global economic powerhouse. The country is home to the highest number of under construction mega projects in the world. Project Bharatmala cost $140 billion. Project Sagarmala cost $130 billion. Project DMIC cost $100 billion. Projects 100 Smart City cost $100 billion. These are few big projects out of them. As well as the country is spending a massive amount of $1.5 trillion to modernize and develop its infrastructure. Along with this, seeing the growth of country's urbanization, India is also creating many new and futuristic cities like Gift City, Dholera SIR, and Amravati Smart City. The fastest growing major economy, the fastest growing major stock market, the fastest growing startup ecosystem, healthcare, technology, infrastructure, and industries, India is performing excellent. And this is what the world should know about India.
Okay.
Yes, and what
man. That's part of India. Cause Lord, y'all just got it all, bro. Y'all got it all. Real
Yeah,
talk.
that was a lot, you know. It sounds like India is on the up and up. Can't be mad at that.
Can't be mad at that. And then we had a live earlier, so we was asking where would it be, a good start off spot to go in India.
Yes, as us.
As for our family, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all asked when we come visit India, 100%. But we need to know where's the spots in India. This was a lot.
Yes. Where we
This
would
is a
have
lot.
the least culture shocks.
Yeah, gotta say that.
Because we have reacted to a video called Being Black in India, and we received, contrasting views
Yeah.
on their experiences. So y'all let us know.
Yeah.
All right. So we hope you guys enjoy this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way, as well as our reaction request form is in our description box below.